Audio Jungle.
Certainly. Here's a more detailed account of the Chernobyl disaster. The Chernobyl disaster, which unfolded in the early hours of April 26, 1986, was a catastrophic nuclear accident that took place at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, located near the town of Pripyat in the Ukrainian USSR of the Soviet Union. It was a result of a flawed reactor design, inadequate safety protocols, and operator errors during a late-night safety test. Key events leading to the disaster. Safety test. The plant's operators were conducting a test to simulate a power outage and the ability to safely shut down the reactor. This test, known as the SCRAM test, was meant to improve safety procedures. Design flaws. The RBMK reactor, used at Chernobyl, had a fundamental design flaw. Unlike most reactors that use water as a coolant, the RBMK used graphite, which increased the reactor's reactivity when the coolant was lost. This made the reactor unstable at low power levels. Operator errors. During the test, a series of operator errors led to a dramatic increase in reactor power. To prevent a meltdown, operators tried to shut down the reactor's control rods, but a design flaw caused a temporary power surge instead. Explosion and release. The combination of extreme heat and pressure led to a violent explosion that blew the reactor building apart. A massive release of radioactive materials, including iodine-131, cesium-137, and strontium-90, was released into the atmosphere. Immediate consequences. Firefighters and plant workers who responded to the scene suffered acute radiation sickness. The plant workers died on the night of the explosion. Evacuation. The nearby town of Pripyat, home to plant workers and their families, was evacuated 36 hours after the explosion. The exclusion zone was established to restrict access to the affected area. Long-term consequences. Radiation exposure. The release of radioactive materials contaminated vast areas of Europe. Hundreds of thousands of people were exposed to dangerous levels of radiation, leading to an increased risk of cancers and other health problems. Environmental impact. The region around Chernobyl remains heavily contaminated, with some areas uninhabitable for thousands of years. Wildlife has returned, but there are still anomalies due to radiation exposure. Chernobyl's legacy. The disaster had significant political and social consequences, contributing to increased scrutiny of nuclear power worldwide. It also played a role in the eventual dissolution of the Soviet Union. Reactor cleanup. A massive concrete sarcophagus, known as the Chernobyl shelter, was constructed to encase the damaged reactor. In recent years, a more permanent containment structure, the new safe confinement, was placed over the old sarcophagus to further contain radiation. The Chernobyl disaster serves as a stark reminder of the importance of nuclear safety, leading to improvements in reactor design and safety protocols in the nuclear industry. It remains a symbol of the devastating consequences of nuclear accidents and the importance of responsible nuclear technology management.